Low glycogen training is intentionally reducing carbohydrate intake to deplete glycogen within muscle tissue. This protocol is used by athletes to stimulate cellular adaptations that may enhance endurance. This video will review low glycogen training protocols, metabolic adaptations, and recommendations for athletes. Low glycogen increases stress within muscle cells because there's insufficient energy to satisfy the demand. As a result, cells may increase the number of mitochondria. Mitochondria generate energy and regulate lactate. An athlete with more mitochondrial mass will be able to produce higher amounts of ATP and also control the influx of lactate as a byproduct of exercise. This may improve endurance performance. There are several training protocols for low glycogen training: sleep low or fasted training, alternate day training, and twice a day training. Despite the physiologic benefits of low glycogen training, studies on endurance athletes yield conflicting results. A 2021 meta-analysis in the Journal of International Society of Sports Nutrition indicates that low glycogen training is not correlated with increased aerobic endurance. Studies by Marquette et al. And Burke et al. Indicate that low glycogen training reduces speed and time trial performance in elite athletes. Gedgel et al. And Reese et al. Document increased performance in both low glycogen and high glycogen endurance athletes, with no reported performance difference between the groups. Additionally, Burke et al. Most recently found no significant difference between low glycogen and regular glycogen race walkers during a 10-week study. So why doesn't low glycogen training work? There may be a few reasons. Study participants are often elite athletes who may already have adapted to low glycogen training. An increase in mitochondria may not be able to compensate for decreased energy. And while fat adaptation sounds like a perfect solution, fat oxidation impairs glycogen metabolism and may lead to decreased performance over time. Additionally, elite athletes are often already adapted for efficient gluconeogenesis. Future studies could consider the results of low glycogen training on non-elite athletes who may demonstrate more adaptations. We could also consider whether short-term intermittent use of low G training could enhance post-exercise glycogen resynthesis without leading to a metabolic shift towards fat oxidation. Also, during low glycogen training, athletes may become more efficient at gluconeogenesis. However, glucose circulation to the brain may be impaired due to the high demand of working muscles. This could negatively impact cognition and increase the rate of perceived exertion. Future studies could consider how low glycogen training impacts the perception of performance independent of cellular adaptations. So, what do we know about low glycogen training? There are a few pros. It does enhance mitochondrial biogenesis and may increase aerobic capacity. It stimulates gluconeogenesis from non-carbohydrate sources. It is associated with reduced body weight and improves fat oxidation. It also may provide greater benefits to recreational over non-elite athletes. However, some significant cons include low glycogen training increases cortisol, which can reduce muscle strength and power. It also increases the rate of perceived exertion during training. It can lead to a loss of muscle and may impair glycogen production over time. Also, studies do not confirm the benefits, and other training protocols may be more effective. So where do we go in the future? For those athletes still interested or considering low glycogen training, there are a few options. There's a reason that athletes are interested in low glycogen training. Glycogen intake over 60 grams an hour is associated with gastrointestinal distress, and athletes are always looking for fueling options that utilize other substrates or alternative forms of carbohydrates. If we were to consider the effect of low glycogen training in recreational athletes instead of elite athletes, we might see greater adaptations. Low glycogen training is recommended only during early training cycles, not during late or competitive season, and is probably best applied in short microcycles. Alternate day training protocols appear to be the most effective, and the recommended intake of carbohydrate should be at least 1.2 grams per kilogram per hour for carbohydrate in order to facilitate full recovery. Increased protein may also help prevent unintentional weight loss. Oversight from a coach or dietitian is also highly recommended to prevent inadvertent low energy availability, overtraining, or overreaching.